Hello students. So today we are going to start a new exercise related to profit and loss and simple interest. First, I will tell to you the main points related to profit and loss from ratio and proportion. So what is cost price? Cost price, the cost at an article is bought is called cost price. Selling price, the cost article is sold is called selling price. Or SP, CP, SP. If you have to find the selling price, so cost price multiply by 100 plus profit percent. If loss is there, so subtract loss upon 100. So if you have to find SP, to CP multiply 100 plus profit percent minus, if loss is there, so minus loss percent upon 100. CP SP multiply 100, if profit is there, 100 plus profit percent, if loss is there, minus loss percent. If we have to find profit percent, profit into 100 upon CP. If we have to find loss percent, loss into 100 upon CP. So these are the main points related to profit and loss. First, cost price. The cost at an article is bought is called cost price. If we are buying something, that is called cost price. Selling price, the cost at an article is sold is called selling price. It means SP. If we have to find SP, so CP multiply 100 plus profit percent. If loss is there, minus loss percent upon 100. If we have to find profit percent, CP, SP multiply 100 upon 100 plus profit percent minus loss percent. Profit percent is equal to profit multiply 100 upon CP, and loss percent, loss multiply 100 upon CP. So these are the main points related to profit and loss. Now, exercise question number first of exercise 5.4. A vendor bought oranges at rupees 26 per dozen and sold them at 5 rupees 30. His gain percent. So a vendor bought oranges at rupees 26 per dozen. So cost price of 12 oranges, cost price of 12 oranges. Cost price of 12 oranges rupees 26. Rupees 26. Cost price of one orange 26 by 12. So first we will find the cost price of one orange. Cost price of 12 oranges is rupees 26. Cost price of one orange will be 26 by 12. So reduce it. Rupees 13 by 6. So this is the cost price of one orange. Now after that, what is the selling price? And sold them at 5 for rupees 30. SP of 5 oranges. Rupees 30. SP of 1 orange 13 by 5 rupees. 13 by 5 rupees. So 13 by 6 is the cost price of 1 orange, and rupees 13 by 5 is the cost price of 1 orange, selling price of 1 orange. So 13 by 5 is greater than 13 by 6 because this is the fifth part of 13 and this is the sixth part. So this is greater. So profit, because I told to you if SP is greater than CP, then there will be profit. So 13 by 5 minus 13 by 6. So what will the LCM? LCM will be 30. So 5 6 the 30, 13 6 the. It means by taking LCM, LCM is 30, divide 30 by 5. So 6 will be quotient. 13 multiplied with 6. 6 5 the 30 and 13 multiplied by 5. So 78 minus 65 upon 30. Upon 30. So it will be 13 by 30. So this is profit. 13 by 30 rupees. So profit percent. Profit percent. What is the formula? Profit multiplied by 100 upon CP. CP of 1 orange is 13 by 6. So 13 by 6 means take reciprocal 6 by 30. 13 cancel to 13. 6 5 the 30. 5 20. So this is 20% profit. So what is right option? Option A is right. Cost price of 12 oranges is given rupees 26. So first we will find the cost price of 1 orange. So this is 13 by 6 rupees. Selling price of 5 oranges will be rupees 13. Selling price of 1 orange will be 13 by 5. Profit will be, because SP is greater than CP, so profit is 13 by 30. So formula for finding the profit percent, I told to you profit multiply 100 upon CP. So what is profit? Profit is 13 by 30 multiplied by 100 upon CP. CP is 13 by 6. Take reciprocal. So 20 by 20%. So this is the profit. Next question. Second part. Second question. CP is given rupees 720. CP rupees 720. 720. Profit $50 50.50. So what we have to find? We have to find SP. So CP is given, profit is given. So SP will be CP plus profit. CP plus profit. So what is CP? 720. Add profit 50.50. So it will be 0, 5, 5, 7 and 7. Because profit will always be added to CP and we will get the SP. If loss is there, then subtract loss from CP, we will get SP. Understood? CP is rupees 720, profit is 50.50, so SP will be CP plus profit, so it will be 775.50, so this will be the SP. So now, question number Rajesh purchased a house for rupees 45,200 and spent rupees 2,800 on its repairs. He had to sell it for rupees 46,800. Find his loss and loss percent. So cost price of house. Cost price of house is rupees 45,200. 45,200. Overhead expenses. How much he spent? Rupees 2,800. Rupees 2,800. First he paid 45,200 and after that he spent for repairing or overhead expenses 2,800. Total CP of house 45,200. 2,800. 0, 0, 8 into 10, 5 into 7 and 1, 8. So 48,000. With the expenditure, overhead expenses, total CP will be 48,000. 48,000. After that, he sold that 46,800. Selling price, it means SP of house 46,800. 46,800. Now SP is smaller than CP. Loss. SP minus CP. So what is SP? SP is 46. So CP minus SP because there is loss. So CP is 48,000. So 48,000 subtract 46,800. 0, 0. So rupees 1,200. So this will be the loss. Now loss percent. Loss multiplied by 100. Loss multiplied by 100 upon CP. So what is loss? Loss is 1,200 multiplied by 100 upon cost price. Total cost price is 48,000. 20 cancel to 20. Now cut it. So it will be 5 by 2% or 2 into 1 by 2%. This is the loss. Once again I am repeating. Cost price of house 45,200. So overhead expenses rupees 2,800. Total CP because first he paid this amount and after that he spent this amount. So total will be 48,000. Selling price of house 46,800 because selling price is smaller than the cost price. So there will be loss. Loss CP minus SP. So loss is 1200. Now to find the loss percent formula is there. Loss multiply 100 upon CP. So it will be 5 by 2% or 2 into 1 by 2%. So this is the loss. Now question number 10. The cost price of 8 books is equal to the selling price of 6 books. Find 10%. The cost price of 8 books is equal to the selling price of 6 books. Let the cost price of one book, cost price of one book, rupees 1. Let the cost price of one book rupees 1. Then the cost price of 8 books rupees 8. I assume the cost price of one book rupees 1. Then the cost price of 8 books will be rupees 8. Now what is the question? The cost price of 8 books is equal to the selling price of 6 books. Selling price SP of 6 books is equal to the selling price of 8 books. The cost price of 8 books. The cost price of 8 books is rupees 8. I assume the cost price of one book rupees 1. Then the cost price of 8 books will be rupees 8. Now selling price of 6 books is equal to the cost price of 8 books. So SP of 6 books is rupees 8. SP of one book will be 8 by 6. 4 by 3 rupees. 4 by 3 rupees. Now cost price is 1 rupees of one book and selling price is rupees 4 by 3. So profit SP minus CP. What is SP? 4 by 3. What is CP? 1. So LCM is 3. So 4 minus 3. So 1 by 3. 1 by 3. This is profit. So profit percent formula you know. Profit multiply by 100 upon CP. CP is 1. So 100 by 3 means 100 by 3. It means 33 into 1 by 3%. This is profit. This is profit. Once again, the cost price of 8 books is equal to the selling price of 6 books. I assume the cost price of one book rupees 1. Then the cost price of 8 books is rupees 8. Selling price of 6 books is rupees 8. Then selling price of one book will be 4 by 3. Profit is 1 by 3. So profit into 100 upon CP. So it will be 100 by 3. It means 33 into 1 by 3%. So next topic is related to simple interest. what is simple interest? Simple interest, when we need to borrow some money for any work or any business, so sometimes we are borrowing money from our neighbors and sometimes we are taking money from banks. So after using that money, when we return the money, so we have to pay extra amount. And what is extra amount? That is called simple interest. So what is simple interest? Simple interest is calculated for whole time with on the same principle. Principle will not change. So simple interest, first interest, the amount which is paid after using the money, using the principal, you can say. Suppose we are borrowing money from bank 10,000 rupees, and what is the condition? Interest is calculated yearly. So for 1 year, it means per year, 10% is the rate of interest. So after 1 year, how much amount we will pay? That is called interest. So you have to learn the main points for this one. Principal. What is principal? The amount which is borrowed or lent, it means giving or taking. Amount, what is amount? Principal, P stands for principal plus simple interest, SI, simple interest. So this is called amount. Now for finding the simple interest, you have to learn the formula. So what is the formula? Simple interest, principal multiply rate multiply by time upon 100. So this is the formula for finding simple interest. If we have to find principal will be equal to simple interest multiply by 100 upon rate multiply by time. If we have to find the rate, so formula for finding the rate, simple interest multiply by 100 upon P multiply by time. If we have to find time will be equal to simple interest multiply by 100 upon P multiply by R. It means principal multiply by rate. Principal, rate, time. Now if we have to find amount, principal plus simple interest. If we have to find principal, amount is there and rate is there and time is there. principal amount multiply 100 amount multiply 100 upon 100 plus rate multiply by time. So this is the formula for finding the principal direct if amount is there. So now some questions related to this very simple. So there should be no problem. First learn the main points and then apply this. Ramesh borrowed rupees 7,000 from a bank for 1 year at the rate of 10% per annum. The interest to be paid after 1 year. Very simple. So principal is rupees 7,000. Principal is rupees 7,000. Time 1 year. Time is 1 year. Rate of interest. Rate is 10% per annum. Rate is 10% per annum. We have to find simple interest. So formula I told to you, principal multiplied by rate multiplied by time upon 100. So what is principal? Principal is 7,000. 7,000. Time is 1 year. Rate is 10%. So 10 upon 100. So rupees 700. Rupees 700. Once again I am repeating. Principal is rupees 7,000. Time is 1 year. Rate is 10% per annum. And simple interest formula principal multiply rate multiply by time upon 100. So it will be 7,000 multiplied by 1. It means time was 1. Rate 10% upon 100. So rupees 700. So what is the right option? Rupees 700. So first part I have done. Second part you will try yourself. So in this one we have to find the amount. Second part was I am doing. Second part, a man borrowed rupees 8,000. It means principal is rupees 8,000. P stands for principal. Principal 8,000. Rate is 8%. R is 8% per annum. Per annum means per year. Time is 4 into 1 by 2 years or 9 by 2 years. 9 by 2 years. So first find out simple interest. Simple interest, principal multiplied by rate multiplied by time upon 100. So what is principal? 8,000. Rate 8%. Time 9 by 2 upon 100. 20 cancel to 20. So now 40. Now multiply that. 40 multiply with 8 multiply by it means 9. So this will be 72 multiply by 40. Then answer will be. So this is simple interest 2,880 rupees. So now amount we have to find. So amount means principal plus simple interest. So what is amount? Principal was 8,000. plus 2880. So it will be 88 10. So 10,880 rupees. So 10,880. This is the amount. Once again I am repeating. Principal rupees 8,000. Rate is 8% per annum. Time is 9 by 2 years. And simple interest is 2,880. To find amount, add simple interest to principal. So it will be 10,880 rupees. Now, next question. Question number 9 is different. So, first question number 9. What principal will amount to rupees 20,800 in 2 years at a simple interest of 2% per annum? So, what principal? So, principal we have to find. Amount is rupees 20,800. 20,800. Rate is 2%. 2% per annum. And time is 2 years. Time is 2 years. So for this one you can assume, let principal, you can assume principal, or by direct formula also you can find. So let principal rupees 100. Principal I assume rupees 100. Time is 2 years and rate is 2%. So simple interest. Principal multiplied by rate multiplied by time upon 100. So principal is 100 rupees. Time is 2 years and rate is 2% upon 100. So rupees 4. This is simple interest. Now amount. Principal plus simple interest. So what is principal? I assume 100 and interest is 4. So it will be rupees 104. See properly. Amount is given 20,800. Rate is 2%. Time is 2 years. So we have to find principal. I assume principal rupees 100. So with time 2% and rate 2%, find simple interest. So simple interest is rupees 4. Now what will the amount? Principal plus simple interest. So it will be 104 rupees. Now by unitary method you can find if rupees 104 is the principal, if rupees 104 is the amount, then principal, what I assume, rupees 100. Rupees 100. If rupees 1 is the principal, then amount will be if amount is 104, then principal is 100 rupees. If amount is 1, then principal will be 100 upon 104. Now what is the amount? Amount is 20,800. If amount is 20,800, then what will the principal? So multiply by 20,800. 20,800. So you can cut it. So by 2, it means 200. 200 multiplied with 100, so it will be 20,000 rupees 20,000. So this is by unitary method, and by another method I told to you the formula, same question you can find by using this formula I am solving here. So this is the direct formula. If you have to find principal, amount is there, so amount multiplied by 100 upon 100 plus rate multiplied by time. In beginning I told to you, so what is amount? Learn this formula, amount multiplied by 100 upon 100 plus rate multiplied by time. Direct formula you can use, and this is by using unitary method. So amount is 20,800 multiplied by 100 plus 100. According to rule, first I will solve bracket. So rate is 2 and time also 2. So 2 multiplied by 2. So same result will be there. It means 20,800 multiplied by 100. 2 to the 4 plus 100, it means 104. So it will cut at 200 multiplied with 100, it means rupees 20,000. So this is the formula for finding the principal if amount is there. So this is all for today, and I hope you have understood and try to complete the full chapter. If you have any doubt, so you can ask. I will prepare another video. Thank you.